Mr. Victor Gulley, all the way from A Taste of Theater. He is here talking with you about stage right and what he and his crew will not accept from you.
That's a good way of putting it. But one thing I would always like to say is what we will accept from you as well, which is a good story and professionalism and a desire to learn. Because if you have that desire to learn and how to improve your craft, it'll save you money in the end.
Why is it important for someone's craft to be on the up and up?
Well, primarily because if you are sloppy with your craft or the gift that God has given you, then unfortunately it will cause people to walk away from you or not listen to your story or even entertain it. Mm-hmm. For instance, if you, I'll just say one of the plays that came to the festival last year, the lady didn't follow any of the instructions. So her story didn't make sense at all to anybody.
Wow.
And but when I read it, it made sense. It's just the way that she portrayed it on stage didn't make sense at all.
So what do you do about that situation? Do you pull them off the stage, or do you shut it down right there on the spot, or do you let them continue on and being embarrassed?
Well, what I have to do at that point is you have to let the chips fall where they may, and then you pass on the feedback from the audience in hopes that the playwright will read that feedback and say, oh, this is where we made errors at. Because not everybody takes their craft that serious. And unfortunately, things of that nature do happen where their story just doesn't make sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want more information, Mr. Victor Gulley is here live. He's live here in the studio at Smooth 90.5 FM. We're broadcasting live in the western suburbs, and we're also all over. We're syndicated, so if you have any questions, we are not Blog Talk Radio. We are not podcast radio. We are not spam radio. We are real radio for real people, progressive talk people. Smooth jazz, progressive jazz. Progressive Talk Radio. Smooth 90.5 FM. Rob G. talking with Mr. Victor Gulley. All the way, he is the CEO of A Taste of Theater. And he has had the pleasure where he's also sponsor us on a weekly basis every Tuesday from 11 o'clock to 4. And if you want to listen to some of these playwrights, what they go through with finances and how their marriage and how their relationships are surviving, y'all gotta tune in, because you get yourself caught up and you end up finding yourself Mr. Gulley being back in his class with Mr. Victor Gulley.
Yes.
And he'll be like, okay, sit in the color. How hard, you know what, I'm gonna change that question. Have you put out a play yourself? Or
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. And that's why I tell people you gotta learn your craft. Mm-hmm. And part of it, like for instance, when is the best time to do a play in your market?
Okay.
If you were in Chicago, I would say you're going to do it on off season, which would be from January to about May, and then you're going to pick up September and run to maybe the Thanksgiving or the week right after that. Because if you try and do a play during the peak season, which is your summer months, you're going to be competing with every festival that's out there. You're going to be competing with the Beyoncés that come through to town, the Sade's or whomever. And why should a person go spend their money to see you when they can go see Beyonce?
What should a first-time playwright start charging for their play? Should they just come out the box starting $40, $50,
Oh, no.
$75 for a play?
No, definitely not. I'd say if you're out the box, you need to be reasonable and start at somewhere between $10 and $15, so that you can establish yourself as a playwright and establish your gift or your calling. Because I always say every playwright has a ministry, and what is it that you do that is your ministry in the field of playwriting? Like for instance, mine is a love story tied in with a social story. So if you ever come to see a play that I've written, you're going to see a love story tied into some form of social issue.
Okay.
And some people's ministry is domestic violence or it's just a straight love story or just a good feel-good story, something of that nature. So you have to establish what your ministry is, what it is that you're going to do. Like in music, we call that your sound. Like if you put on a certain record, you can say, oh, that's definitely an Earth, Wind, and Fire song, or that's a Marvin Gaye song. That's the same thing in playwriting. That's your sound or your calling card, what people can expect to hear from you.
Okay. With this venue that is happening, you spoke of your festival a few times.
Yes.
Tell me about that. You have something coming up real soon. Tell me about that.
Yes, the festival is going to happen in October.
Okay.
The 9th and 10th at Gwendolyn Brooks High School.
Okay.
And basically, you'll be able to come as a playwright. As a play enthusiast. You'll be able to pay $10 and watch one scene of 6 different plays each night.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then you'll learn from the playwright why they wrote that story, why that story is important, and what is it that they want you to walk away with. Because oftentimes, what you walk away with is something that may be completely different, but at least they can tell you what their intention, the intent that was meant.
Okay.
And,
how many acts do you have currently? And is it too late for them to submit?
Oh, no, it's definitely not too late. We actually just opened the doors so people can submit their plays.
Okay.
So if they go to atasteoftheater.com, and then they can just click on the register button.
atasteoftheater.com. Did you hear that, everyone? Give me a call. The phone lines are open. 708-343-3906. That's 708-343-3906. Call now. Come on, give me a call. Call right now because the phone lines are open. So if you want to talk to Mr. Victor Gulley, he is live here in the studio. He wants to, let's make his trip here, his visit here worthwhile because Mr. Victor Gulley has a lot to share with you. And we want to make his visit more than just a 10-minute visit.
No worries. But I would like to also mention that the difference, because I know you've seen theater spelled Theatre and then ER.
Okay.
And the difference between the two is ER, when you have it spelled theater with an ER, that's for movies.
Wow.
And then RE is for live theater or theatra. That's the actual correct definition.
And that is your Black History moment, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. If you did not know that about the spelling of theater, because I did not know. I was just educated. And y'all have to, tune in every day because we have some educational moments every day. It's not about listening to playwrights talk about what they've gone through, but you also learn because this is a learning experience.
Yes.
And you get to learn about stage production and stage work.
And you also learn about their stories because just the different playwrights that have come on, they've all had something different to bring to the table. Like Richard Gallion's play that he came on last week. His play is about Voice of a Child, which was, the perspective from a child. And it was a very good play. And then someone like Roy Sheriff, who did the What Happens in Oz after Dorothy leaves. It was a phenomenal play. I mean, that one was, I think, the best one that we had at the festival. And then, of course, Sabrina Perrins, who won the festival. Her play was called Take Me to the King, a totally different take on plays.
Wow.
So
what was it that made her play stand out and win?
Well,
can you talk about that?
Well, I think one thing, the people voted.
Okay.
Yeah, so if people don't vote, then you can't win. But and I don't think, and that's the only way I can put it to words is like the people came out and voted. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, give me a call at 708-343-3906. That's 708-343-3906. Smooth 90.5 FM, WGSJBC Radio. We're live on Roku devices as well. So if y'all want to tune in, You can tune in on the Roku device right there, Live 365,
All right.
and iHeartRadio, Rob G Afternoon Drive Show. We're broadcasting live, and I look at that. We got how many stars up there already? We got 5 stars up there already. Wow, people are giving us stars up. Wow, okay.
All right.
All right, that's right. So y'all continue listening in with this relaxing voice that we have here. We got Mr. Victor Gulley live here in Smooth 90.5 FM. So if y'all got any questions, give me a call, 708-343-3906. We're going to go to a commercial break and let Mr. Victor Gulley get another swallow of water. We having a great time here, so continue. Give us a call, 708-343-3906.
Introducing Bounty Double Quilted.
How do you get on
Each sheet
Roku?
is quilted once,
How do you
then
get on
quilted
Roku?
again, making it the strongest 2-ply paper towel.
And there are twice as many sheets on a roll. More sheets that can do more jobs than you ever thought possible. New Bounty Double Quilted. There's a word for people who exercise every day and always eat exactly what they should. Liar. Do something good for yourself. Lean cuisine. It's not just lean, it's cuisine. My child has quite an imagination. Her teachers say that someday she'll be doing great things. Right now, she's already an architect, a designer, an engineer. I think she's a creative genius. And thanks to Lego,
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a short commercial that we had. Our sponsor submitted a short commercial for us. You know how that is. We normally do that. I wish one of our other sponsors, Hen Hen Boston Market, can stop by and bring me some Boston Market chicken or that chicken salad. I would really. Mary, over in Oak Park, the general manager, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we got Mr. Victor Gulley live here in Smooth 90.5 FM studio, and we are having a great time talking about stage work and production. And he just got through telling us about the festival that he has going on. That is October
9th and 10th of 2015, and it'll be held at the Gwendolyn Brooks College Prep Academy. And if they want to get a glimpse of...
Where is that at exactly?
111th and State.
Okay, so that's in the Roseland community.
That's correct. We want to keep it in the community so people can actually get to it without any problems. And if people want to get a glimpse of what our festival is going to look like, if you have the people who are just calling in that you mentioned, one was in Washington, D.C., another one was in Oklahoma.
Yes.
They can see our television show on Soul of the South this coming Sunday.
Tell us about that.
Oh, great. What we do at each performance that comes to the festival, we film it, and then we convert it into a television show.
Okay.
So this way, it doesn't. Whenever you come to our stage, you don't just get exposure here in Chicago. You get exposure nationally.
Okay.
So Soul of the South television station is on in 28 markets around the country, and of course, some of those markets are, of course, Washington D.C. and of course Oklahoma, Mobile, Chicago, Philadelphia, and what people can do is watch what happened at the festival. They watch that one performance, like this coming Sunday, Sabrina Perrin's Take Me to the King. You'll be able to watch that performance on Sunday.
Wow. Okay. We are here live on Smooth 90.5 FM. Wow, we have a total of 900 people here in Chicago listening live. Thank you very much, my listeners here in Chicago. Bellwood, we have a total of 52 people listening.
Hallelujah.
Berkeley, we have a total of 25 in Berkeley. Oak Park, 45 listeners. Oh, Greece, we have about total. I want you to come around here for a second, Mr. Gulley. I want you to see our numbers, how they're rising up. We got people in Japan listening to us. We got Brazil. We got Italy. We got Nigeria. We got India, we got New Zealand, we got Mexico, we got Indonesia, we got United Kingdom. Oh wow! We hold on. Let's see where else we breaking it down to. Let's see our region right now. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, in the metropolitan area of Chicago. Oh, we're breaking it down. Look at that. We're breaking it down. Wow. So all our listeners are here listening live. Mr. Victor Gulley